Good morning from Pigeon Forge Landing, where you can watch the sunrise over the Titanic. We're hoping for a beautiful sunny day today because we are loading up the bikes and headed to Cades Cove for their no vehicle day. In case you've never heard of this, Cades Cove Vehicle Free Day is where every Wednesday during the summer months, so they do this from May through September, they close the roads off from any vehicle traffic. So only walkers, runners, and cyclists are allowed in. And this is just so that you can experience the cove at your own pace. So instead of the roads looking like this, they look like this. And it really does make for a much better experience. Now, we got up early and went. We drove through Weirs Valley into Townsend and went that way. So we were there by 7 a.m., but you can go anytime during the day. We had just heard that the parking lots fill up pretty quickly, and we just wanted to make sure that we arrived early enough to get a spot because it's still summertime. It was really hot, and we wanted to do it as early as we could. And we did end up getting there, getting a spot. They take you around to this gravel parking lot over here by the horse stables. So, like I said, at 7 a.m., we were able to see the horses coming in from the pasture, which is just a beautiful way to start the day, in my opinion. And there were a lot of other bicyclists there. The parking lot, 2 of them were full. So, if you don't get there early, you may have to wait until the first wave of people, kind of go through and come out. There were a lot of walkers coming through. There were 2 busloads of runners that looked like they may be from one of the local high schools that were running through. But it wasn't like crowded at all. Everybody kind of gets spread out, throughout the thing because people are stopping at different things that they want to see. We did get to see some wildlife. We saw some deer. We didn't see any bears this time, but I'm going to throw in some pictures of some bears that we've seen previously in here. And if you're wondering why there are only pictures here and not videos, unfortunately we were not able to get a filming permit. If you don't know, as of October of last year, all filming in national parks, including for YouTube and TikTok, if you're monetized, require a permit. We went through a whole thing about this. We tried to get the permit, but unfortunately we weren't able to. So basically, when we hit this sign right here and enter into the national park, we can't film and show you guys. Now, in most cases, still photography does not require a permit, so we were able to take pictures, and that's what we're sharing. Now, like I said, I did try to get a permit. If you guys are interested in hearing about that process, I can do another video on that. Let me know down in the comments, and we'll do a video on what we went through to try to get one, and the permit application, how much it cost, and all of that. We're thankful that they allow you to take still photographs so that we can share them that way. Now, after we drove the loop, it didn't take us very long. It really only took us like a couple of hours. And obviously, you can take your time going through there. You can go and see the church. There are some older homesteads that you can see. There's a hike to a waterfall. We didn't do any of that today. We just basically rode the loop. We stopped and saw some of the wildlife. We did stop at the center point for the restroom and to go in the store. But then the rest of the time we were really just riding. So at the end of it, we went over to the campground and went through their store, and they have these really cool t-shirts and hats that say "I bike the Cades Cove Loop," which I think is kind of cool. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it, and like I said, it only took us a couple of hours. So when we left there, we thought we would go to the Y, so we stopped here in Townsend at the Y. And if you're coming during the summer, it's a good idea if you want to like bring your tubes, because you can tube right here down the river, and it is cold. So after you get hot riding your bike through Cades Cove, you can come over here to the Townsend Y, get in the river, and cool off a little bit. Then we went back to the resort and just decided to hang out here for a little while. We had the pool to ourselves, not for very long, but for a little while. For dinner, we decided just to hop on our bicycles. There's a sidewalk that goes from the resort to the apple barn, which is just like a little over a half a mile away. So we hopped on our bikes and went to the apple barn for dinner. The apple barn consists of several different buildings. They have the apple barn and cider mill, the creamery, a winery, they have a Christmas store, and they have two separate restaurants. We ate down at the Farmhouse Grill. Inside, the decor is kind of what you'd expect. It's got that Americana farmhouse sort of decor. They do have these displays in, like on this side, it's got little finch in it, and then on the other side of the restaurant, they have some with parakeets in it. The menu looked really good. They had a lot of home style type food. To be honest, this little drink that they give you, it's called the Applewood Julep, which is orange juice, pineapple juice, and lemon juice. And these little beignets were the best thing on the menu. I had a pork chop. He had the meatloaf, and they weren't really anything to brag about. After dinner, we walked down to their candy shop and through their Christmas store. Thanks for watching today, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned to see more of our adventures from Pigeon Forge and to learn more about this RVC park. This is Pigeon Forge Landing in Pigeon Forge.